One part support, another deadly chemist. If ever you wanted to control chaos in a bottle, well then friends, we've got an archetype for you. My name is Codiak, this is Legacy Gaming, and today, not only are we sharing how to unlock the Alchemist, a secret class in Remnant 2, but also where to unlock its secret armor set and starting weapons. The Alchemist is easily one of my favorite classes in Remnant 2. It combines everything I love in a class-style game. It checks the box for support, utility, and team enhancement, while also presenting in a uniquely Remnant way. To unlock the Alchemist archetype is rather straightforward, and I'm sure a fair number of you have stumbled upon this already. While on the Dran side of Losum, that is the Bloodborne-looking side, you'll notice on any of the overworld tile sets that there are these massive sewer grates. When standing next to one, there is a random chance you'll be grabbed by a bone harvester, those giant-looking rat things. It'll appear as if you're dying, but don't panic because death is only temporary. If you're in co-op, only one player will be pulled in and killed, but the second player will also need to die to trigger the event. When you wake up, you'll be in a different location, and a few steps away will be a small arena. Out of nowhere, a bone harvester will attack you, so be prepared. It's a tough fight, and I'd argue this is one of the more challenging elite enemies in the game, but if you manage to kill the hulking rat, you'll be rewarded with the mysterious stone. Take this back to our good friend Wallace in Word 13, and for some scrap and a few luminite crystals, you'll be able to turn that mysterious stone into a new engram, the Philosopher's Stone. To start, let's dive into the Prime perk Spirited, because you might not fully understand how it works. At max level, the Prime perk allows you to have 3 additional concoction buffs active. Concoctions are sold by Mudtooth and have a range of potent effects, from increasing your max health to providing an experience gain boost. Normally, a player can only have 1 concoction active at a time, and while these persist through death, 1 is not quite as exciting as 4. That's what Spirited allows for, 4 active concoction buffs at one time. Not bad, especially for pushing Apocalypse or hardcore content. To support that Prime perk are also 4 standard perks which further increase the archetype's potency. The damage perk Liquid Courage grants an increase to all damage and critical chance. Much like the medic, the Gunfire team doesn't pigeonhole support archetypes to simply heal or buff, they provide them with the tools to deal damage as well. Panacea, the team perk, allows for all curative effects to apply to all allies within 15 meters and grants additional resistances. Allies under the effects of Panacea also gain status and blight resistance. The utility perk, Gold to Lead, grants a small chance at turning scrap into ammo for the Alchemist, a surefire way to keep your reserves high. And finally, the relic perk, Experimentalist, grants a random buff to the Alchemist and allies within 20 meters for 60 seconds whenever the player uses a relic. There are a few buffs worth pointing out here, and note that you can't overwrite an existing buff, so if you use 2 relic charges back to back, you'll still only receive that first buff until it falls off. The yellow buff increases crit chance, the orange buff increases reload speed, the white buff increases damage reduction, and the red buff increases damage. The class also has an interesting archetype trait, Potency, which increases consumable duration by plus 10% at level 1 and plus 100% at level 10, effectively doubling all consumable durations. Keep in mind, once you reach level 10 with the archetype, you can assign trait points into Potency regardless of what class engram you have equipped. Where things really start to get interesting are with the Alchemist's 3 class skills. True to the archetype's name, each skill represents a vial which can be smashed on the ground at the Alchemist's location, or held and thrown to somewhere else in the world, most likely at an ally. I should also note that the buffs can be refreshed by simply moving into the skill's AoE to prolong its effects. The first skill, Vial Stone Mist, creates a mysterious vapor cloud which applies Stone Skin. This buff reduces incoming damage and reduces stagger by 1, greatly increasing blight buildup decay rate and making them immune to status effects for the duration. This is a great sustain skill and provides some good utility for your team. The second skill, Vile Frenzy Dust, creates a vapor cloud that applies Frenzied. This increases fire rate, reload speed, melee speed, and movement speed. As you can most likely figure out, this is an offensive skill. The third skill, Vile Elixir of Life, creates a vapor cloud that applies Living Will. This grants health regeneration per second and protects against fatal damage. It can also revive downed players. The Alchemist can only revive a downed ally every 180 seconds, but the effect does reset when activating a World Stone. As you can see, each skill does something vastly different, and I actually enjoy that about the class. If I want to provide sustain to myself or the team, I go Stone Mist, but if I suddenly want to change it up and build for damage, simply swap to Frenzy Dust. There's a lot of flexibility that makes the Alchemist a strong archetype to consider when building out your character. But we're not quite done yet. Unless you create a new character and select the Alchemist, you'll need to unlock the secret Alchemist armor set and weapons. There's no real reason to create a new character in Remnant 2, and we talk about that in our recent Wish I Knew Sooner video, so go ahead and check that out if you want to learn all the reasons why. Lucky for you, we know where to find all of the Alchemist gear, so let's get to it. You obtain the armor set in the same way you obtain the mysterious stone, by getting grabbed by a bone harvester. However, this time you need the event to happen on a sewer tile set. That can be Harvester's Reach, the Great Sewer, or Tiller's Rest. Once pulled in, you'll have to fight an albino bone harvester. By defeating this enemy, it'll drop the Drakestone Pearl Ring, which enables stamina regeneration during melee attacks at 20% the normal rate. Walk around the area and you should see a jump up. Inside, you'll find a dead body wearing the Academic set, the starting armor for the Alchemist. The weapons are a bit of a different animal, but it all happens inside the world of Losum. The double barrel is a powerful handgun that can be picked up by cracking the Asylum safe on the Morrow Parish tile set. This is actually quite an involved process, which is why we put out a short video explaining every step along the way. Go check that out and claim this prize. The melee weapon, the Bone Chopper, is a bit easier to find. You'll need to travel to the Great Hall on the face side of Losum. Inside, you'll enter a dumbwaiter on the leftmost side of the area. Inside, you'll come face to face with an Executioner Elite. Defeat him, and there on the table will be the Bone Chopper axe. Friends, we hope you're as excited as we are to unlock the secret Alchemist class and claim its starting gear as your own. This is a fun archetype to experiment with, and I think there's some serious build potential here. I had a great time leveling up the class and making you this video, so if you appreciate all the work that goes into finding these secrets the legit way, do me a favor, hit that thumbs up and consider subscribing. It means a lot and goes a long way to helping out the channel. Of course, with so many secrets, so many things to talk about Remnant 2, we want to know, what are you most excited to check out? If there's a video or topic you want to know more about, let us know in the comments and we'll add it to our list. You can also join us on Discord if you want to hang out with the team, talk about great games, and enter for your chance to win tons of free prizes. That link, as always, is below. My name is Codiak, and from everyone here at Legacy Gaming, thanks for watching, and play on.